You are with the Omega Level Nerds. D Square. I don't know if he ever tells you to get in the chopper. Get in it now. Come kill me. I'm here. J100.
Her.
Yeah, she was.
I can holler at her. I gotta fight Cyclops and Wolverine to get that Jean Grey. Never mind, forget all that. I'm gonna hit up.
Right, exactly.
Jelly Rose.
But I'm very, very looking forward to a Doctor Doom that does not suck. I'm actually looking forward to more figures since I do collect them.
And Vulkser. Naked.
You know what's funny is I was about to say, could it be that Marvel Girl looks like she's trying to get Twitch viewers?
Yeah, exactly. Are gonna get real nerdy for you real nerds. Yeah, that is right. It is time to talk nerdy to you. Welcome, friends. It is time for the Omega Level Nerds. We got a great show for you today. We're going to talk to you about an email that I got from Twitch, and all you other streamers likely got this as well. In fact, you may even notice changes to the show already based off of that little bit of information. So we'll talk about that a little bit, just in case you want to be in the know when you're not quite understanding of everything there. Then we're going to talk about, of course, another great episode of The Mandalorian, but of course, controversy still surrounds that show, so we will talk about that. We'll also talk to Vulkser, who managed to get his hands on not only a new Xbox, but a PlayStation 5, so I want to hear his review so far on that. And then we're going to follow up on a story that we did last week. Of course, we talked about the fact that Johnny Depp will no longer be playing Grindlewald in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. He is going to be replaced. We'll talk about that, as well as some other funny tidbits that have come out about that whole thing. Then we will catch up with the X of Sword watch for those of you who are interested. Help you Wednesday Warriors out by letting you know what's coming out in your local comic book shop this week, and then end everything, of course, with what you're reading, playing, or watching. I am, of course, your host, D Square. With me are my other esteemed nerds, so let's check in with them right now. Jelly Rose, how is everything going with you?
Everything's going awesome. My son had a birthday.
Nice.
So I want to thank, my community, because some of them donated some funds for my son's current goal. He's trying to get a VR headset, and he's actually halfway there. He's at like
Nice.
$230. So
Awesome.
going fantastic.
Yes, oddly enough, we just learned that we both have sons that turned 12 recently on the same day. So
On the same day.
on the same day. So that's kind of groovy. J100, buddy, what's going on with you, man?
I am chilling. I've been a big boy and working,
Sure.
doing a little employment stuff at the car dealership where I'm at. Like it feels like literally all day, every day. So yeah, I've been doing that, and it's going pretty good. I think it's for whatever reason my salesman's license is taking forever to get through the state, so I'm doing shit that I'm not supposed to, but I'm hungry. I'm hungry, and we were talking about this today, but like, how did I not know? How did I not know that you made that much money selling cars? How did I not know? I don't know how I didn't know. And I feel stupid. I feel like my whole life would have been completely different a whole long time ago if I would have known
Gotcha.
what this was. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah.
that's going down, and I'm still trying to adjust, because like I'm not actually selling yet. I'm not actually like really going through it, so it's kind of hard to really gauge how things are supposed to feel. How
Yeah.
me wanting to give definitive times and dates and schedules and stuff like that when I really don't know how it really feels yet. So I'm still trying to deal with that. But outside of that, I'm all right. Just how did I not know? How did I not know? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I spent a little time in that industry myself. Unfortunately, I didn't stay in it because pretty much a couple months after I got into it, September 11th happened and no one was buying cars. So that ended my legacy as far as car sales. But yeah, it's pretty lucrative if you can actually make some sales. And I know the best salesman, I was always so jealous because they didn't take like just random customers. They literally came in each day and had a Rolodex of people they could call, or there would be a new car that we got in or something, or a new trade, and they would like, oh, I know who to call, and they'd call somebody up and they'd have people looking at it. So you can get good earnings if you
make or break selling.
Absolutely. Vulkser, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going, guys. A little busy week. Work was really busy. Got my hands on the new systems, kind of tinkering with those. Fortunately, my weekend was kind of shot because I didn't get to see my daughter this weekend due to personal reasons. So it's been kind of a kind of blah weekend. Went by too fast.
I agree. Well, let's interject a little fun into
It's my
this
Wednesday.
weekend.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, glad you could still be here though. But yeah, like you said, it's your Wednesday, so and our week starts up tomorrow. All right, well let's start this show, of course, talking about a really interesting topic. It's even caused this current show to change, as you may have noticed. The theme music has changed. Of course, it used to be something that was featured in other content. Now it's a completely original song. And that is because we all got, all Twitch streamers got an email from Twitch this weekend basically talking about the DMCA, not Devil May Cry Association. No, that's not. It's what I thought, but that it is something different. It is the what is it? Digital Millennial Content Agreement or something to that effect, but nonetheless, nothing to do with Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which is basically a set of U.S. laws that basically govern the rules of streaming content. And that law requires that if someone has a copyright claim, that you basically have a mechanism to get that shit out of here. So Twitch has explained that the reason why we as streamers are seeing an uptick in adverse actions for those that have copyrighted music on their stream is because last year, they received fewer than 50 music-related DMCA notifications each year. But from the beginning of May, they are literally getting thousands of DMCA notifications each week. So for those of you
YouTubers anymore, so they need someone else to take advantage of.
Sure. But, it wasn't a change in Twitch, though. It is literally, Twitch is saying, hey, we're getting blown up now for this. So.
And you know what it really is because of COVID and things like that, there's no live shows going on.
Yeah.
There's no things, tours, there's no events, no, open things that artists can do. So, and it's not really the artists that are doing it, it's these record labels. They're like, hey, we're not getting our money that we normally do. People are going to Spotify, they're going to, YouTube, they're going to different things to where they're not buying CDs. They're not paying for, downloads. They're not going to iTunes and buying, each individual song or even, the whole thing.
A CD?
And, that's funny because we were at Big Lots today and Hubs is like, oh no, they have stacks of CDs on clearance, the blank ones. And I'm like, who burns a CD anymore? I mean, I did because, I like taking all my CDs. I have, a huge binder in, my car still. Because
really?
it's, Yeah, because like like a huge binder too. Because we have like a DVD players in the cars too. So I have one for CDs, one for DVDs. So it's like, I'm still old, guys. I still have a VHS.
Cassette tapes?
No, we don't do those. We don't have the cassettes or the record
8-tracks?
players. No.
Just too ancient of a medium.
Laserdisc?
Oh my God, yeah, I remember those. Yeah, those huge laser disc. Yeah, they still sell vinyl records. You can still get those. That's kind
Those
of
are
a
big now. They're
vintage.
making a
Yeah,
comeback.
They have a whole bunch of them at Big Lots right now.
Yeah, they go for like $30-$40 for like full albums and shit. It's crazy.
They're 20 at Big Lots.
good old
Like,
Big
nice.
Light.
Ollie's, Big Lots, shit. We need to go up there.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously, the copyrighted music, is a no-no. Not that I've ever gotten any strikes here with the show, because let's face it, that Super Saiyan song that we used to use is 20, 25 years old at this point. Only featured on the American version of Dragon Ball Z, and now you can't even find those anymore. So, I didn't think I had any strikes forthcoming, but just to be safe. But now we get into individual sounds. I know, Vulkser, you had brought up something that there was a sound of wind or something that somebody got a strike over. And this email is even suggesting that to be fully protected, that you turn the sound off on the games that we play. That seems just... I would never want to play a game like that or stream like that.
Yeah. I believe it, and I can attest to that, because on YouTube, when I was playing my first streams of Life is Strange, and I uploaded them, like immediately as soon as you uploaded them, it processed it. I had strike after strike after strike after strike for the soundtrack in the game. And you either have to, from like YouTube standard, you have to either remove the sound completely, replace it with something else, or you can't monetize the video. There was some in there that it wasn't even the artist. The artist like okayed use of their game. It was the producers and the production companies, to Jelly's point. And like I couldn't even blank it out. Like I had to have a whole 3 minutes of that game silenced out. Nothing.
I mean,
Couldn't
that's
be
how
played.
Kingdom Hearts was too. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Ridiculous.
Like I put that on there, and it tagged obviously the music. It tagged some of the cutscenes just from sounds. But like I said before, they got to get their money. It's technically their content. And when you play Kingdom Hearts 3, there was actually right on, like as you go into the game, there's a little tick at the top right hand corner that said 4 streamers, and you would push Y, and it would have a long big list of, hey, if you're streaming this, here are our rules. And I think that's the whole thing with a lot of games, is they have all these rules and regulations and these points that nobody knows about it, because all we do is go, okay, accept terms, let's play.
Right.
And nobody's reading anything. And I think a lot of it's really education.
Oh, it reminds me of that South Park episode, the Human Sentai Pad, where they just skip over the apple.
That episode was the greatest.
Guys, can you imagine somebody trying to play Rock Band or Guitar Hero on stream now? This is
I've seen that.
Show.
I've seen someone that were doing that.
The thing is, so you can stream it as long as you have clips turned off and VOD turned off.
Wow.
So you can still do it, but you can't have those things on. You can't save it.
Yeah, that was funny though.
I personally hate. I don't want to be the person, me specifically, especially for who I am and the life experiences that I've had, especially when it comes to music industry. But at this point, like, just how much? Give us a fucking fee that we gotta pay, and then let me just do my stream, and you get your funky ass $10. Like, I don't really know what to say anymore, outside the fact that, like, I really don't understand how. I personally don't. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Number
Yeah.
one, this music is influential. It's mood setting. It's it can be a content booster. It could be based off how the people are making content. If you really want to get paid for it, then there should be some annual or like monthly,
Yeah.
streamer package, thing that you have connected with these sites. And then of course there's going to be a paywall or whatever. But like, taking the revenue from our streams is paying a fee in and of itself anyway. We have to go out and do all the content all these different ways. That affects our timing, that affects our labor,
Mm-hmm.
it affects the things that we need to do in order to even make the content, in order to be content creators, if you're making content, but also if you're making a living off of this, right? So I mean, if you want to be greedy, music industry, like, I guess be greedy, but like, damn, my nigga, like, let's go. Like, how much is it $100 a month? Or they got $50 a month?
Yeah.
$1,000 a year? Like, I really don't I don't really understand what it is there outside of like what a dollar amount really will satisfy you in order for us to do what we need to do, because
Think of Amazon owns Twitch. They introduce the Prime streaming. They have to pay the rights to house those movies on their streaming service. They own Amazon Music. They have streaming rights. Like, build in some kind of
Make it part of
protection.
Prime.
Exactly. Or like, because it's going to get worse. Like, it's going to ruin people like you, Jay, who like to do Mobile Suit Monday. Well, you might as well ditch any anime music that you play in the background, yet alone video. Then what
Yeah.
happens then? They're going to be like, oh, well, if they're pulling up articles on our websites,
Well,
we're not getting the clicks by everybody. So
I
like,
think the thing that it makes it bad too, and the part that I guess that I'm a little confused on, is that like live streaming, I personally at this point don't even want to, based off the fact that none, especially my audience, but like, in general, none of you motherfuckers watch none of our shit anyway. So for the most part, I mean, like for some of the things you guys
Yeah.
do, you got to do what you got to do. But like, nobody watches our fucking shit, right? So like, what am I gonna sit here and go through all this effort to do all this stuff to get original music and blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah, copyright free, do all this shit, when if you watch me live, like, give me my money, drop some biddies for my spitties, you know what I'm saying, throw some subs, throw some donations out there in the PayPal. Okay, you saw me today, live stream's over, you ain't gonna get it again.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if there is a way for us to get it again, like, where's the streamer fee? Because you're like, it's not even that they're digging in our pockets, they're literally stealing our content.
if they don't figure something out, I can tell in the next 5 years, there's going to have to be people that have to pay to watch streamers.
Just
Just
I mean,
straight
if you
up.
think about it,
I mean, they
it's
do
kind of
now.
setting up to what that guy said about the Stadia guy said about games.
Yeah.
Right.
It's going to be, we're gonna have to pay to use the music. We're gonna have to pay to even play the games for everyone. We're gonna have to pay for this. We're gonna have to pay for that, and it's going to be, if you're gonna stream, it's gonna be behind a paywall, because if you don't have money, you're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting ridiculous.
It's getting goddamn ridiculous.
And then it's also going to get to a point where it's going to price a lot of content creators out of the market. It's going to be too expensive to stream, and only those who can afford to stream, which is what the majority
But you also
demographic
have to
on
think
fucking
about it this way.
anyway.
So if we can't listen to like mainstream music, imagine how much popularity all the copyright free people are getting right now, because everybody's jumping to their content.
Yeah.
And guess
then
what?
they're gonna want
All their
them.
content's going up and all the mainstream people are going down. So now the mainstream people and the DCMA is going to get worse for the people using that, but nobody's going to use any of that anymore or even pay attention
Yeah.
to it. And they're just going to not get anything. And the music industry is going to crash because everybody's going to be doing copyright and free shit because you can't get in trouble for it.
Told you, get a copy of Fruity Loops and make our own shit.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna do
down.
that. I
I gotta
actually
get
have
paid
it.
for
My
it, though.
son makes music.
Some way, but I'm down.
Get a little. Yeah, he plays enough instruments, man. We can edit and cut some shit together.
I mean, he plays the violin, the guitar, the saxophone, and he wants piano lessons. So I'm pretty sure he could probably figure out any stringed instrument because they're about the same. They're just different pitches.
That
He's gonna be
And he
sounds.
listening
could
to
probably.
Blues
We
Traveler.
have a clarinet, so he can do that too. Like, we're just gonna put him to work. Come
Yeah.
here, son. You're making music for the whole podcast because it's all on you.
Put
You
a
gotta
mic over
make
him.
this kind and that kind and this kind, and here you go.
That sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, it may come to that. Like I said, luckily enough, I knew a guy who did me a little ditty, that I used to use for, just the shit I used to do with myself and bringing it back. So, yeah, we may have to
Yeah, I
use.
made a couple little beats, and I have them saved somewhere. Let me find them because they were adorable.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Or anyway, hey,
I mean,
if
I
any-
used to literally make Fruity Loop beats. That was
Nice.
my occupation for a while. So
See, we got this.
We got it. I'll tell
You can
you.
do the voiceovers.
Oh yeah, or I could rap or something, whatever we got to do. Well, listen, while we're kind of on a hater type subject, let's get to the next subject here. That's just really attracting some hate that I just do not get, and that's the Mandalorian show. Of course, we're in episode 3 of the second season. As far as I'm concerned, another home run, particularly if you were a fan of the Clone Wars and the Star Wars Rebel series. Major callback with Bo-Katan and her Mandalorians. Of course, she was the last one that I saw with the Darksaber before we see, Moff Gideon with it at the end of season 1. So that's all damn cool. And that's all I really get it.
Pretty much know how she lost it.
Right.
To an extent.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was really interesting to see how Din, the Mandalorian of the show, is being introduced to a true Mandalorian, sect of the religion that doesn't require that whole 24/7 helmet bullshit. And even my wife was like, whoa, they took their helmets off. I'm like, yeah, that whole keep your helmet shit on, that's relatively new.
Too at first, until she said that basically it's basically you just overly religious Mandalorians that follow that. Like us true Mandalorians, no, that's not the thing.
Yeah. So that's cool. I can't wait to see what another tidbit is. The actor that is playing Bo-Katan is the one that did her voice in the Clone Wars and Rebels. So that was really, really cool that they were able to keep that continuity. Of course,
she's a really good actress too.
Yeah, she is. And of course, did you see Sasha from WWE? Are you wrestling fans? That was pretty cool.
yeah, I did.
So that
I
was
thought she
really
was
cool.
Be a Sith or something with her walking with her cloak and shit like that, and then I'm like, oh, she's a Mando. What the fuck?
Yeah. That was cool as hell. So
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, that show just hits it out of the park. So I do not understand these efforts to throw shade at it. I know we talked about this a little bit in past episodes. The whole they're trying to cancel Gina Carano because of her Twitter. She's like an anti-masker type, which, I'm not 100% in agreement with. I truly am not. But I'm not going to say a show is bad because one actor, who we haven't even seen in the second season yet, is doing something that I might not agree with. This is a strange new age to me. It really is. Because if you look at some things that would be considered masterpieces, like The Godfather and stuff, like, do you know how, like, of horrible a person like Marlon Brando was? And all the, so I don't know. I've always just been able to separate that. You're a good actor. This is a good movie. And that's all I care about. I mean, if you're sacrificing children during the weekends, okay, that's a little much. But outside of that, I don't quite get this today's cancel culture on this aspect. And again, I said before, it might not even be the group that they're claiming it is. It could just be people trying to stir the pot. But just I'm seeing these reviews of, Mandalorian's going downhill. I don't feel that at all. I am
downhill. That shit's getting better and better. What do you?
Absolutely. I mean, just all the shit that we're learning about the lore of Star Wars and these locations. Like, I don't get it whatsoever. So, haters gonna hate. I don't know what you. I mean, so I know Jelly, you don't watch it. I mean, Jay, is it going downhill? Do you see anything that makes you think that the show is not the absolute fucking masterpiece that it is?
No, the show is a masterpiece. Every episode gets better and better, as we've exclaimed multiple times. Have you not ever met a normie Star Wars fan before?
I guess I dismiss them quickly.
They own the narrative of how people feel, apparently. So, when an article picks up the thing that says like fans say, no, it's just those annoying ass motherfuckers over there who think they own shit that they don't, because they're entitled little bitch asses, I guess. So okay, a couple of things. First of all,
like that.
I be considered me, and I don't believe that shit. Like, I'm not as hardcore as you guys are.
I mean, listen, there's gonna be outliers, but the trend is dumb, just terrible, entitled, just weird Star Wars fans. But okay, so first off, Gina Carano is annoying as fuck, and like I love what she looks like, I guess. So I don't want to say I love Gina Carano. I like the idea of what Gina Carano is.
She's a very gorgeous woman.
The way the lights hit the shape of her body, the way it do. Outside of that, like, I could care less, right? And y'all know me on the outside of this. I'm a little I'm a little free when it comes to the sexual stuff. So like, I could deal with a Gino Carano being a weirdo and still be attracted to her that way. But as far as the cancel culture, what I would say is that I think the issue with cancel culture is that like people don't have the ability to choose a reasonable response to their emotional outbursts, right? So it's one of those things where I tell people all the time, like, why don't you be angry at the right thing? Like, be angry at the right thing. And there's nothing wrong with being angry, right? So like, all right, let's make it topical. So the stuff with the Trump administration, or I'm sorry, the Million MAGA March and like all this other stuff, and people think it's rigged and blah 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 blah. Like, I understand that you're upset, but like, that you didn't win this time, but like, you have to be upset at the right thing. So making up these conspiracy theories to make to make you feel better, which are just illogical and not backed by any factual information. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, you can be mad at that, but you just look dumb. So why don't you be mad at the right thing, that your candidate sucked and he killed 300,000 people, and maybe if he didn't do that shit, he would have won in a landslide. I don't know. Maybe he shouldn't maybe he should have told you to not vote by mail, which lost. Maybe there's things, you know what I mean? So when it comes to Gina Carano, like, yeah, she's trash. So what you need to be mad at is not the fact that she's on the show. Here's what they should be mad at, right? A court of public opinion. I don't have my wig anymore. I threw that shit out, but I do have my gavel. Next case. We shouldn't be highlighting Gina Carano. Now we have way more. We have way stronger, way more important, way more important, like in the lure of Star Wars. Like, Bo-Katan is an important female figure in the Star Wars universe. You see what I'm saying? So like we shouldn't even really be even talking about Gina Carano outside the fact that when the light hits the hip, buttocks region, it be make me feel all gushy on the inside a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of that, what the fuck is Gina Carano's character? Nothing. She's a fucking random ass fucking shock trooper that the light hit the hip buttocks region of her body shape a certain way. And like that's it. Like that's and she's strong and she be busting motherfuckers' heads off like in real life. Like outside of that, this is nothing. Bo-Katan and these Mandalorians in the show called The Mandalorian is a lot more important. So we shouldn't cancel Gina Carano. We just shouldn't be talking about Gina Carano unless we're talking about lights hitting hip buttocks regions of the body.
The gluteus area as the light reflects.
A good way to a good
That
outlet.
ass, though.
My bad. Would you say?
So yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. If you want to say, because I'm not thrilled that somebody's out there anti-mask. I'm like, oh, okay, you're stepping in it. You're just
opinion.
Yeah, but you shouldn't.
Did you look into them?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Gina, damn, Gina.
Which
like
is
Martin,
completely fine, but don't tell me the show is trash just because she's in. And that's exactly what you're saying. The other complaint that's been out there is, of course, the child, or AKA Baby Yoda, eating the eggs. That people are just
argument.
Yeah, I don't get.
I had a sausage, egg, and biscuit, a bacon biscuit this morning from Wendy's. Like I ate some chicken eggs.
Wait, they're mad
12
that
hours
you ate
ago.
Eggs?
Yeah.
Eggs of what?
So there's this amphibious creature that, in order for Mando to learn some information, he has to take this creature who has a jar full of her eggs that she needs.
The last of her line.
Yeah, that's the last of her line, so she needs to take these eggs to this other planet so her husband can fertilize them. So they're literally just a bunch of look like fish eggs or tadpole eggs in a jar, in this huge jar. Well, at some point, Baby Yoda gets into them and starts slurping them down, and people are really, really offended by that.
Yeah, and it's honestly for all four of us as having kids. What do kids do? Everything go in their mouth.
Everything in the mouth. Yep.
And the child is literally a child. Like I don't get why people are pissed off about it. It's not like the child killed her line. There was still 20 eggs left. Like it's the stupidest freaking argument that.
Yeah. And even out of all the ones that did survive, one actually formed a little tadpole. So, but
Jelly's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
an
just
awesome.
confused. I'm like, why are people mad that a made-up character made some made-up fucking eggs?
Yeah.
Oh no! Something that's not real, not really happened, and it's in a storybook, and oh my goodness, freaking be mad about something else. Be mad about the right fucking thing. Holy shit, that's nature, man. You don't eat. And guess what? For those of you vegetarians,
I need to be mad.
Plants have feelings too. Because if you're yelling at a plant, it's gonna fucking wither. So shut the fuck up and just eat something.
As they're chomping down on their fucking steak.
I'm mad that the female Mandalorian suits aren't tighter on them, and to make them be more agile and aerodynamic.
That's funny that you say that.
The hip region.
That's funny that you say that, because one of the complaints I read was why do they have boobies on their armor? And yeah, it's someone.
You know how uncomfortable it is just to wear a flat-chested piece of armor? Yeah. Your tits get smashed. I want contour.
Yeah, I want to see Jelly wear a flat armor.
Because I'm going to tell you that I have worn a piece that was just flat for, I don't remember what it was, but it was just flat because it was made for a male, and it smushed my fucking tits, and that hurt. You need contour. You need some cushion so they're not getting smashed.
So yeah, I mean.
So yes, that needs to be in the freaking armor.
Right, right,
It's
wrong
not the
kind.
good kind of smash.
For sure. But yeah, so yeah, obviously nitpicky dumb shit. And you're right, Jay. It's just Star Wars fans that I generally ignore because I'm sorry, I love The Last Jedi. I love The Rise of Skywalker. I love all of it, and just people hate on the shit.
Can we just say that The Mandalorian is better than this whole sequel trilogy? Can we just agree on that?
I'm not saying that. No,
I am.
okay,
I am.
I mean, that's great, but I don't.
Oh, that's what you're saying, Vulkser?
Don't get me wrong. I love Force Awakens and I love the Rise of the Skywalker. I'm just still
Like it's getting. I gotta see Ahsoka. I gotta see my boo.
That's
well,
gonna be
she
awesome.
dropped it off.
So many
We'll probably
things
get
that
her
need to
next
be
episode.
answered. Right. So there's so many things that need to be answered before I can say that. You know, like again, once you take the movies for what they are canonically, like the universe got expanded and the world got built. So I don't, you know, yeah, we can go The Last Jedi, cringe, you know, wham, but like as far as what the canon now is in life, like, okay, so you got to think about it like this: 2020 is The Last Jedi in our existence.
Yeah,
It's just like a plot twist in the story that's just like, what? That didn't fucking happen. Like, no, bro, it was 2020. And like when you talk about Star Wars, you're like, wait, where did this weird part come from? Oh, that's just The Last Jedi. Don't worry about that one too much. But like that's what happened. That happened during that time period. It was like 2020.
Yeah.
Trump was president. You know what I'm saying? Like we were afraid of like wild boars for a little while. You know, Carol Baskins is a bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Giant fucking
Wild
horns.
Boars, when did that happen?
Murder hornets.
It was during that time period. There was murder hornets and like wild crazy.
The Cavs won a championship.
For some reason, I have an urge to ride a cow as a horse now. I don't know where that came from.
Inuyasha, the person that makes their swords, he rides a cow around like a horse. I can't remember his name though.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
It's like Tets. I don't know. Anyway, last point before we move off the. Yeah, exactly. Before we move off the Mandalorian, the last thing I'll say about it is I did also, as I'm watching that show this week, and 3 Mandalorians take off their helmets, and I'm thinking back to those rumors about Pedro Pascal walking off the set because he wanted to remove his helmet more. It made more sense to me. Like, he's like, come on! All these Mandalorians are removing their helmet, and I'm the one on the show that can't fucking remove my helmet. So I kind of get his point now. He's no, you can't remove your helmet.
Religious jealousy is a bitch. Sometimes.
So, but it's kind of funny.
I did read a rumor I'm gonna throw out there and see what you guys think real quick. So a lot of people think that meeting with Bo-Katan is potentially a foreshadowing that they will have to go against each other.
To be the Mandalore?
Yep.
Well, it is going to happen if Din Djarin somehow wants to be the one. If his religion interferes with the fact that Bo-Katan is the sister of the former ruler of Mandalore, then you're right. I've heard this is actually going to spin off into her own series. I've heard that. Badass. Now, and like I said, it would be cool, but just like I was saying last week, you know, Vulkser, how many of these, and I know Boba Fett's not a Mandalorian, because, you know, we did talk about his show, I guess, is going to be in production before the season 3 of this Mandalorian show comes out. Like, how many Mandalorian shows do we need? But I don't know. I all of them. Yeah. No, you're right. I'd be into it. I just don't know about the general populace.
Is she alive when he becomes the Mandalore? In the Legacy books?
Bo-Katan is no, she was not around at all. No.
So I wonder if we're going to see how all that plays out.
Well, yeah, I really am interested to see how this all, like you said, plays out with her obviously on the hunt for Moff Gideon, trying to get the Darksaber from him. I love that fucking character, by the way, Moff Gideon. Long live the Empire. Not crash your whole fucking ship.
In general is fucking awesome.
He is.
Anything he plays, he is gold.
Yeah, I know there were rumors that maybe they're wanting him to play Magneto, and I understand that Magneto's a white Jewish guy, but I don't know. I think he could do it. I think he.
No, he deserves a big, massive role. That dude is just he steals the fucking show every time he's on scene.
I love it. Like even his character in The Boys. Like I love the fact that like, don't come fucking in here, Homelander, talking shit. Like he broke it down.
Dude, in Breaking Bad. Like, oh my god, like his role in Breaking Bad was just badass. Like even when he went out, just like he just didn't give a shit.
He's got that presence. Awesome. He has got that presence. All right, good stuff. Well, we'll continue to watch that. Not going to allow the hate to sully it. So just stop, enjoy it, be real fans, and enjoy the thing, and not just get pissed off of it when it doesn't do exactly what you want it to do. You should do that for life in general. You'll be far less frustrated.
I mean, we can just stop playing video games because Twitch wants to fuck with our streams. You know, same thing.
Hey, listen, I love fucking video games way before Twitch. So, I mean, no offense to everyone. I love doing this Twitch show, but the motherfucker can crash and burn, and I'll upload this bitch to Podbean, Apple Pod, and play my shit. I'll be all right. But let's hope we don't get there. But I'll tell you where we are.
Too much.
Yeah, I like talking to you guys about nerdy stuff. That's why I'm a shitty streamer, because every other time I'm just, fuck, and I forget that I'm even on a fucking streaming platform. Anyway, but I'll tell you where we are in the next generation of the console wars. Yes, Vulkser, you, the only one with enough white privilege on the panel to have both the Xbox and the PlayStation 5. So I'm
that is bro.
That's...
Right.
Well, what happens when you sell?
Good ass credit somewhere.
Hey, hold on, I got to dust my knee pads off.
Yeah, something.
I was gonna say that $20 is $20, but like I'm married.
Right.
Hey, my secret OnlyFans and Patreon on the side, you know.
Nice.
Speaking of OnlyFans, guys, I'm gonna be selling some feet pics here soon. I killed you again. He had to walk away.
That'll probably work. Work.
I got the knee-high socks.
Next gen console up here in a minit, thanks to y'all.
Right.
Brought to you by viewers.
I got you guys.
Nice.
I'll get each one.
So.
Well, Chewy got one. He don't get another one.
Right.
I'll just market the shit out of it.
So Vulkser, you picked up, or your Xbox was delivered. So they both were delivered to your house this week. So you didn't, right?
Okay. From each other.
Okay, so give us your first impressions of each and which one you're liking, and so go. Floor is yours.
Okay, so I can tell you straight out, but let's take a long road. So overall, the Xbox, let's start there, because going into it, you guys know I was very underwhelmed. I was not looking forward to it, but I actually had some shit traded in, and I basically didn't even really pay out of pocket for either of them. So I was like, all right, I'm an Xbox fan. I still have a shit ton of digital games, and that's what I still prefer my multiplayer stuff on half the time. So I got it, and I was like, all right, cool. System's awesome. Speedy as shit. I like what they're doing with the overlay. I love the fact that you can install old gen and current gen on an external hard drive and then bring the new gen over when you want to play it, which is something the PS5 does not allow you to do. The PS5 does allow you to have an external to play PS4 games off, which is nice. Now, that is also a big thing where you can actually, on a PS5, tell it to always install your PS4 games separately on the external versus your internal, so you don't have to flip-flop them around or designate one drive, which is fucking sweet. Game selection. I mean, we have we have Game Pass and a couple of my old shit. Like, it's almost 100% all backwards compatible, which is awesome. It is what it is. The number one, the PS5. Going into what I thought, the fucking system is beautiful. It
rather large,
fucking massive, like huge. Like, the thing is like this fucking big. Not even kidding.
That's what she said.
This big, this thick.
This big.
You have to have the girth,
Miles Morales.
the length, and the girth.
I thought the whole group said it was like a group of strippers. They said that.
Oh my god, that's fucking great. The PlayStation 5 UI is awesome. It is taking me a little bit to get used to because unlike the PS4 where you had to like hold the power button to bring out the taskbar, everything is just like one click away. I love the fact that you can record in full 4K for up to an hour and literally upload it straight to YouTube. You don't have to edit it, but they do have a pretty decently powerful video editor that they carried over and upgraded. So you literally can just edit on your fucking PS5 and upload to YouTube. You don't even need a computer at this point. In Miles Morales, honestly fucking steals the show. That is the number one game I'm playing right now. It is gorgeous. It is fun as hell. It's really getting me to like the Miles character because he is front and center. Like, Peter's there for a few minutes and then he's gone. It's all Miles show, which is
That's
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
And it really, like, it makes me want more. So I hope to God when they do the next full-length game, you get both of them because they have so much they can do. Controller-wise, the Xbox, pretty much similar. No different than the One. The only difference is they do have more of a grip padding now. So it's literally almost identical. They adjusted the triggers a little bit, so it's honestly almost natural to literally just hold your hand like this. Like, you have to think about moving it, or otherwise your fingers just sit on the triggers. Like, it's comfortable as hell. And then they do have a button in the middle. It's called the share button now. So you can literally tap to take a screenshot or push and hold to record, so you don't have to use the start menu anymore, which is nice. But let's talk about the DualSense. That controller is beautiful. It is comfortable, and honestly, probably more comfortable than the Xbox controller.
Wow.
And the motorized triggers and adaptive is awesome. And I can't wait to see what developers do with it, because it can get to the point, like, I mean, this will never happen, but say like we're playing a Zelda game and you have bow and arrow, you gently push it, you'll feel it, but when you push it all the way, you'll feel the tension in your finger as you're drawing the bow, and it won't vibrate the rest of the controller. So it makes it really feel like that hand, which is awesome. I know Call of Duty was giving like recoil and shit in the triggers based off of certain guns and how powerful it was. So it's really sweet. And the awesome thing, there's a built-in mic. So if you don't want to pop your headset on, you can literally just talk right into your fucking controller.
Oh, that's great. Spawn switch! Spawn switch! Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up, I would end up smashing my face into the controller. Be like, can you guys hear me? Or you get like too excited and get it real close. There's gonna be a lot of people like fucking smashing their faces in the. It's gonna be hilarious.
Every little kid now.
It's like, you know, my mom with
be like, oh, it's time to do that stuff now. Yeah, let me just put my controller down, and then people in the chat are hearing.
Well, thankfully there is the mute button, so you can be. Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, you got a mute button.
I mean, this is how every white mom walks through the grocery store on speaker.
Our mom does the same thing.
Yeah, I love that one commercial where that guy goes around. He's like, "She's using a speakerphone in the store. Is that a good idea?"
Yes. It's a Progressive commercial, actually.
Yeah,
I've seen that for the first time today. But yeah, I really think
I've
Sony's
never
going
seen a guy do his phone like that.
Only
Yeah.
time I do that is if they're like now I'm like, what do you want? What?
I do
Yeah.
the video chat thing to where, son, is this what you want? Is this the thing that you want? And I
Yeah.
can't hear him because I didn't put him on speaker because I don't do that.
Yeah.
I just go, and then I'll go, is that what you wanted? I'm like, damn it, Mom.
Oh, that's sweet.
Don't call me when I shop. It annoys me a lot. You need to text me or something. Don't call me. That is
Yeah.
the me time. I just want to like look at nonsense things on the shelf I don't need to get away from the kids.
Hey,
Yeah, I know that move.
you know what's the move for men? We tend to take our phones and go take a long shit just so we can have peace and quiet.
Oh, hubs don't get that. I will open the door and sit on the floor and be like, "Hey, what you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
What you doing,
Yeah,
wife?
kids don't give a
You can
fuck.
see what I'm doing." No, like, what are you doing on your phone? Like, what are you doing after this? And he'll be like, "Wife, I am going to the bathroom." Well, no shit. I'm talking about like later.
Bathroom. Okay.
So
This is
Vulkser.
couple time.
Yeah, couples time. Couple stinky time. So Vulkser. So sounds
Yes.
like you're leaning, if you had to choose one, which you don't, but if you had to, you know, or if you could go back in time and decide, okay, I'm not going to spend all this money. Which one would you pick?
PS5.
Okay.
So here's my question. Did you have any heating problems with either? Because a lot of reports said that they were having with each of them.
I think
heating problems,
Microsoft had to come out and explain not to
not
Not
the
to
vape
vape.
inside the system.
So there's that. Take it for what you
Did you
will.
read the response? They're like, we can't believe we're saying this, but please do
What?
not shoot vape inside of your system.
Yeah, you would think that would be self-explanatory.
Yeah. But no,
Guys,
yeah, I
look,
would
there's
say
a bunch of holes on
PS5.
top. Let's blow in the bottom.
Did you see like the certain games will actually like blow a ping pong ball up because
Yeah.
because how the system works is it sucks air and it shoots the hot air up top with those holes. So people were putting like ping pong balls and doing the most like intensive game, and it was blowing it up.
I wonder how hot the air is if you could roast a marshmallow.
And I just realized like that doesn't look very family friendly.
Not at
No,
all. Not at all. Not one bit.
But yeah, PS5 all the way.
Okay.
I really wasn't going to get the Xbox, but then I know one thing, Haley really wanted it, and I was able to swing it, so it was more of a family gift for us for Christmas. But
Okay.
the PS5's mine all the way.
Do either of them
Blame it on the small child.
Yeah, exactly. Do either of them sound like the Harrier jet, like the PS4? Like how's the sound? No. Okay.
Not at all. They are mainly super quiet.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
I will say the Xbox, the Series X is, while it's not as long, the thing is literally heavy as fuck. Like when I grabbed it out of the box, it probably was about 10 pounds by itself. And I was not expecting a fucking 10-pound game system. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Boy, okay.
Oh my.
That is a lot. Oh, yes. D Square doesn't get the mom time shopping trips. Yeah.
No, but you get the dad fishing trips. Peace out, Mom. You're babysitting.
Yeah, you know what the secret there is? Okay, I leave the house at like 5:30 and get back about noon, in which case she's only been up for an hour, so it ain't that bad.
It ain't that. That's how my dad did it. He's like, man, if I leave while your mom is still sleeping and I get home before she gets up, I can do whatever I want in the morning.
Exactly.
Jay's like, the fuck is...
Yeah. We've gone into a weird
Like,
area.
where'd you go? I ain't going nowhere. You've been sleeping. You don't know.
I guess that's the joys of being single. Oh, what time did you get out of bed? No, what the fuck time I wanted to. That's when.
Whenever I want, however I want, whenever I need to.
Yep, it's
Sucks
been
for
quite
me
Unless I'm
because
in my car, then the
right.
Bubs will
conflict.
just turn on the light and he'll get like really close and be like, "Wife, time to get up." Oh, I'm rolling back over. You're the responsible adult. I'm the kid adult. I get to sleep more.
Yeah, she's lucky I'm a morning person, so it works out. But something that didn't work out, we'll kind of revisit a topic that we talked about on our last show, and that's, of course, the fact that Johnny Depp has been asked to resign from the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movies. Couple of things
I
about
stand with
that.
Johnny.
I think, you know what, and that's the general sense of things. I've even seen memes where, yeah, it alludes to him not exactly being the abuser, but nonetheless, agree with it or not, it's happening. He's gone, and Mad Mikkelsen is looking like he is going to be the new Grindelwald. So seems like it'll work because apparently Grindelwald is a powerful wizard, and I say apparently because I really don't do the Harry Potter stuff, but apparently shape-changing, face-shifting, not outside the realm of possibility here.
It's the second strongest under Dumbledore.
Under Dumbledore. And but even though Johnny Depp is out, he did get the last laugh. They still have to pay him because he already shot scenes. So he's laughing all the way to the bank.
Can I say this? Can we get a Johnny Depp Riddler or Joker, please?
That'd
You
be
know,
dope.
I would enjoy that.
It is surprising that he has.
And there we go.
Yeah.
But they probably won't. You know why? Because it's fucking DC, which is owned by Warner Brothers. So we'll keep Amber Heard on for Aquaman 2, but we're going to fire or ask him to resign.
Yeah.
Marvel, here's your fucking opportunity. Come on, Disney.
See, my whole problem is, it's male versus woman always when it comes to that. And, the male can't, be abused or they can't be emotionally, upset and things of that sort. And, the woman can't do, all these things. It's always the man that does them. And, I will tell a personal story. It's not really a personal, but I had a party. My little brother got raped. I sat there and I was like, "You need to go to the police." He's like, "I can't. They're not going to believe the guy." And that broke my fucking heart.
Yeah.
He never did anything about it because he's like, "I have text messages. They're not going to believe it."
Mm-hmm.
She admitted to it in text form. He's like, they're not going to do anything about it." I'm like, and that's what's fucked up. This situation, there's literal proof, medical, that she faked her shit and that he didn't. But, for some reason, he lost his job and she didn't. Like, I don't understand it.
There's a
It
recording.
doesn't make any
making
sense.
fun of him, like saying that she's the one that also beat on him. Like they have audio recordings of her admitting to it.
Does not make any sense to me. At all.
No, it does not. It really doesn't. I mean, hey, at least he's still getting paid, but I'm sure fans of that series would rather him be in the role, not break continuity like that. I mean, Mads Mikkelsen's awesome. I mean, I'm sure he's going to do a great job. I'm not saying that he's not going to, but still, it is unjustified. So.
And it's the whole thing with the Mandalorian. Now people are going to look at the film as it's bad because, of the circumstances around it as well. It's probably not going to do as well because, everyone's going to be mad because they dropped Johnny and they're going to kind of have this hateful view of the new actor and things of that sort, which, sucks, but.
I will say this is going to be a very borderline comment, but these same people that are siding with Johnny are still the same people that are anti J.K. Rowling. I guarantee you, for having an opinion.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I don't know if JK is exactly like shying away from that stuff too. Like
Oh no, she straight up owns what she says.
yeah, which I mean, I guess I can respect, but and it really goes back almost to our first topic. There is, you know, you really should be able to separate that stuff. I mean, I understand having a social conscience. I understand businesses really having and being a part of this social contract with society, and you know, having to treat people right, including their employees, or you know. So I get that, and I'm all for that. I think companies should have a social responsibility and make good on that contract. But definitely there's some extremes here that, you know, yeah, we could definitely do without. So little follow up on that topic there. All right, well, now we're going to move out of our main topics and we're going to dive into our X of Sword watch here for just a little bit. Another thing that people are kind of really critical of right now. Now, as I explained on last week's show, I didn't make it to the comic book shop. I did, of course, did so this week, so I'm all caught up on X of Swords. So I was able to because before I went and got my books, I was just seeing some like negative thoughts around what was going on in the X of Swords event and the X-Men books. Didn't quite understand what the hate was about. Now that I've read it, I'm not saying I agree, but I kind of get where they're coming from. Vulkser, have you been able to catch up, or okay?
This weekend.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not going to get too much into it then, other than to say that there is a major character that may or may not have died, and I say that because I don't even know yet. But so I understand people kind of get nervous around that piece because of this particular character may not be returning.
You'd be flipping shit out right now. So.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I've had to go through a number of his deaths, so I don't need any more of that. But don't get me wrong, it sucks that he's just sitting there like in jail through all this. I'm not happy about that whatsoever. But okay, they're going through this X of Swords event. The battles are starting to happen in this tournament, and we've had, you know, at least a casualty. So I understand why people are a little hot under collar about that. And also they're like changing the rules. Like this Saturine chick, this goddess that's, you know, put this all together. Like one of the battles is like, you know what? You two are going to get married. Points to both of your. Oh, this is arm wrestling contest now. Like that's how goofy it's getting, Vulkser. So yeah.
Like they built it up like it's going to be this bloodbath, and now they're just going.
And now there's just some goofy shit happening. I mean, don't get me wrong; it was cool. Wolverine decided he was going to try something, and that kind of failed. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is getting goofy. But I think I understand how to read Hickman, and I know I just got to let it ride. Right? That's the name of our first episode. Let it ride. Right, Jay? Right? Let it ride. Right. Read the shit, and then once it's done, okay, we'll make judgments then. Don't get all uppity.
As long as we get an actual ending.
Yeah, as long as you don't do the Donny Cates, maximum, or not maximum, but absolute carnage.
Absolute. Speaking of Donny Cates, I see you sending those messages every time you ask people have questions.
Hey, I'm like, hey, I got a question for you. How'd you like to help a small little podcast? So I'd love to have them on. We just have to ixnay on the absolute carnage, you know. We have to shy away from that. We'll have to shy away from that. All right, so there we are. The X of Swords tourney is in full swing, but it is kind of goofy. But let it ride. Give it a chance. Don't prejudge. All right, guys. Well, before we hit our final segment, let's go ahead and find out what's coming out of note in the local comic book shops this week. So we've got Boom Studios. We've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's actually Buffy the Vampire Slayer Willow #5, Faithless 2 #6. Firefly #22 is a pretty popular series. Once in Future 13. Something is Killing the Children #12. And We Only Find Them When They're Dead. #2 is getting its third variant cover and third printing.
Nice.
DC comic books, we have Aquaman 65, Batman 103. We have Dark Knight's Death Metal number 5 of 7. We also have Joker, Harley Criminal Sanity number 6 of 8. Justice League number 27. Looney Tunes number 257 for those interested. Nightwing number 76. Rorschach number 2 of 12. Teen Titans number 47, which I do believe is slated for cancellation. We go into IDW, we have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 275. Marvel Action Adventures Volume 2, number 2. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, number 91. And of course, Sea of Sorrows, number 1 of 5, written by Rich Dueck, who was, of course, on this very show. So there you go. Hopefully, lots of you pre-ordered that, and you are ready to pick that up on Wednesday. We also have Star Trek Voyager 7's Reckoning, number 1 of 4, Star Wars Adventure Volume 2, number 2, and Usagi Yojimbo, number 14. By the way,
I swear to God, every time we have a show, there's a new one.
there's a new Usagi. I did read that Turtles Last Ronin though. That was cool. So definitely recommend.
Awesome.
Yeah, that really was. It was really well done.
Were you surprised by the ending of who it was?
I was, because just like you were saying, as you hear the dialogue of the other turtles, you're like, oh, that's, I recognize right away two of the turtles that aren't there. And then, yeah.
And you're like, wait, I swear to God, it was Ralph the whole time. And then she came in, and I was like, what?
Yep, I thought it was Ralph, possibly Leonardo, but yeah. We won't spoil it completely, I guess. But Image Comics, Black Magic number 16, Commanders in Crisis number 2 of 12, Darkness number 1, 25th Anniversary Commemorative Edition, Die number 15, Ice Cream Man number 21, 7 to Eternity number 14, that Texas Blood number 1, 2, 3, and 4, all getting second printing variants, and the Walking Dead Deluxe number 3.
Holy shit, Image coming with a back-to-back week with more than one freaking comic.
Yeah, they're going hard. They're going hard these past couple weeks. And then, of course, there's Marvel with The Amazing Spider-Man number 53, Avengers Marvel Snapshot number 1, Cable number 6, Captain America number 25, Fantastic Four number 26, Hellions number 6, Immortal Hulk number 40, Juggernaut number 3, hoping that makes my pool list, Marvel's Voices, Indigenous Voices number 1, we have Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 7, Symbiote Spider-Man King in Black number 1 of 5, Venom number 30, Widowmaker's Red Guardian and Yelenia Bolivia number 1, and X-Force number 14. So that is everything of note that is coming out in your local comic book shop. Busy Marvel week indeed. What was that? 2-3 X of Swords issues. So we'll be picking those up.
I think
what's
3
that?
or 4.
Right, because it was X-Force, right?
Hellions,
So X-Force,
X-Force,
Hellions, Cable. I think 3.
Maybe it's 3. Okay. Damn, I'm walk out with like 8 issues I got to read next week.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll get Juggernaut number 3, but that's got nothing to do with X of Swords. So good stuff, though. Excited.
Side after his mini run's done.
Yeah, we'll see we'll see if he's going to be in the mix for sure. That'll be interesting. But I am glad for that series because I really did need them to explain how the hell we got the Juggernaut back, because Magic fucking wrecked him. But nonetheless. All right, there we go. Well, hey, we're going to go into our final segment here, ladies and gentlemen. What you're reading, playing, or watching. So, Jelly Rose, what you reading, playing, or watching?
Well, I read my smutty books like normal. I
Very
don't think
good.
I read anything besides that. Watching What did I watch this week? I don't remember.
Watch
I
an
don't remember
anime.
what I watched. I watched an anime. I don't know what I watched. I don't freaking know. This week like disappeared. I don't know what I did.
Wow.
Playing. I played Astroneer this week. Normally I don't play that. But I played my other normal games. I played I'm lost. Okay, I'm done. I don't know what I did this week.
I remember a game you were on a raft a lot, I think, and collecting.
Oh, last week we played. Oh, I played Bigfoot this week. That was a very
That's I
interesting
remember.
game. So, pretty much, so that was the game me and Orc played this week, and you can play up to 4 people, and depending on how many people you have, Bigfoot's life bar is more. And essentially, you go into like this camp, and you have to find Bigfoot. There's 4 people that had died, so you kind of gotta go find their corpses. There's gear in your camper, and then there's gear across the map. You get tracker bullets, you get traps, you get a drone, you get cameras, you get flares, you get
Like, are you
a
hunting
flare
Bigfoot?
gun. Yes, you are hunting Bigfoot. Because the story is that Bigfoot has terrorized the national park. They don't call it Bigfoot. The game's called Bigfoot, but the story is like, something big, hairy, and fuzzy has been terrorizing the national park. We've had people gone missing. We have found, completely decayed corpses and blah blah blah. So you go there and you have to, essentially you have to kill an animal because there's foxes, there's wolves, there's bears, there's deer, there's raccoons, which for some reason a raccoon chased me and tried to eat me. That was strange.
Yeah, the rabies.
Um,
It had to be the
I'm like,
rabies.
what the hell is this thing trying to like ankle bite me? Like, go the
Fingers.
hell away. But what you do is you take a trap and you put meat on it and you mask it. And then I go and I'll put a camera. The cameras are motion censored, so you'll hear a beep and then you can check your different feeds. You can I think there's 8 cameras, so then you change between them. You're like, oh, he's at this one. But tracker bullets, they last a little bit to where if you shoot him with one, then you'll be able to kind of see like where he's going. And it was funny because Orc's like, it's Call of Duty now, we're chasing him down, but he moves so fast you can't freaking catch up to him. The traps do more to him than the bullets do, so it's like you want to get him, but he won't go to the same trap twice. So once a trap, he triggers one, you have to take it and move it somewhere else. So it's like, we never killed him, we kept getting killed.
Yeah,
He's like,
that's
we need
what
more
I
people.
saw.
And it's like, if we have more people, he's gonna be harder to kill, but it says in the instructions.
Right.
But
Interesting.
it was very interesting. It was fun playing. It just, you need like a lot of strategy. So maybe, I don't know, maybe more people would work so you can kind of spread out during the map. But
Probably more
that
trap
wasn't,
too.
and the loot is very random. So the first time we played, we had a lot of traps. But then the next time, because we had to restart the game because we died, because it's kind of like, oh, you survived this many days. But then we didn't have as many traps, and it seemed like the corpses moved and the loot was different, and I don't know why we need like 5 night vision goggles because we weren't using them anyways. They were my eyes. But it's like, there's only 2 of us. Why do we need 5 of these strewn across the thing? So I think like the loot system is a little janky because it doesn't compensate how many people there are and gives you things that you kind of don't need.
Yeah.
But I very much enjoyed that game, like a lot.
Seems
Cool.
interesting.
Yeah, I was watching your stream and I saw one of those times you guys got killed, you were in a house and then all of a sudden, like, boom, it pops up right behind you. You guys don't even see it. I think you even managed to shoot it a couple times, but it just came in the house and killed you both.
He busted down the door. Orc's like, we're safe in the house. I'm like, I don't think we are. He's like, no, we're safe. He can't get in here.
Yeah.
This motherfucker busted down the door and killed us both.
Yeah.
Orc, I told you we were safe in the house to run. Like, damn it.
Sounds like a horror movie. Let's trap ourselves in the house.
Yeah. Let's huddle in the house. We'll be safe. They're dead.
Go commercials. Let's huddle behind the chainsaws.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. All right, Jane. I know you're settling into your new illustrious career, but what you been able to read, play, or watch, if any?
I'm not reading. I'm doing so bad on that, and I need to be better. So since I do have the little bit of time that I do have, instead of reading, I'm looking up houses and cars and stuff because I'm gonna be able to buy all that shit soon. So, reading isn't something that I've been doing, and I apologize for that because I need to get back into my book club and I need to read Boruto so I can talk to my friend. But as far as watching, I've been watching a lot. So I uh, literally binged the whole series, not the whole series, but the whole I guess spinoff of Magi, Sinbad. Um, it's depression season for me. I get really sad this time of year just because the holidays, stress, and some family stuff with my kids and stuff like that. Um, so I have to remember who I am, and I'm Sinbad. If there's any anime character that I guess I relate to the most, it would be Sinbad from Magi. So I got to watch the show, remember who the fuck I am sometimes, and to get my spirits back up because even though it's sad and things are not going my way, things are changing, and there's positive things I need to look at, and that anime really gets me going sometimes. I've been watching Hunter x Hunter. I've been watching Inuyasha. I've been watching Chappelle Show. I've been watching The 100. I've been watching The Good Place. I finished The Good Place. Office. I mean, of course, it's a nighttime sleepy show.
Yeah.
You didn't mention Inuyasha. I think Funimation got the rights to dub the sequel.
That's what's up. I'm gonna watch that. That's why I'm watching it, so I know what that is, because I haven't actually finished Inuyasha. Anyway, so playing wise, I played Rocket League a little bit. Been playing Borderlands. Actually, literally right now, I'm playing Final Fantasy 8. Because I'm trying to remember where I'm at, and I think I know where I'm at. If I know where I'm at, or if I'm at where I think I'm at, oh, it's on. I know where I'm at, and then I know what I was doing, and then I can get back into just the things. Because even though I don't have that much time, I don't know. Borderlands is just really overwhelming with the little bit of amount of time that I have and everything that's going on with it right now. And then on top of that, I haven't bought the season pass, so yeah, I can't even do none of that new stuff anyway. It's making me feel stupid. So if I'm gonna sit back, relax, and chill a little bit, do a little thing, I want to go back to my original stream roots. I just want to hang out on my chat, and I want to sit there and I want to farm cards. What would you farm? Playing triple triad so you can get the cards. Then you farm the mods so you can turn the characters into the cards. Then you can get all the super weapons and stuff, and then I can convert D Square into a Final Fantasy 8 liker.
Yeah.
Once he figures out what's going on instead of being a butthead. But
Why wouldn't it load on PC the other day? Like, it says a play button, I pushed the play button and it went load, and I was getting angry.
What, Final Fantasy 8?
Because it's on Game Pass right now.
Yeah, they just updated on Game Pass.
Nice. Yeah. I'm after the first time you go to Dream World. I'm right after that. But I'm 9 hours in because I farmed triple triad because I'm trying to have this be a a perfect save. I think I'm at the right side. I don't even know where the fuck I am, dude. I don't know. I'm afraid to like walk around. Anyway, but that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing much. Just you're trying to get in the thick of things, and pretty soon I'm gonna have to literally work all day, almost every day, and try to make $10,000 in a month. So
You got this.
Yeah.
I
Where
believe
there's a
in you.
will, there's a way. You got it.
I mean,
Believe
That's
it.
right.
I've seen it. I've seen people's checks from a couple of months ago, last month, and one of them had a 7 and one of them had a 4, and then when you add those together, that's 11,000. So it's very possible. I just, how did I not know?
Yeah.
How did I know?
Right?
Well-
Like I think I might go start selling some cars. Like I
Right.
told somebody the other day I'm gonna get them high and we're gonna do some stuff.
It works better than you think. It works better than you think.
Where is this dealership that you're working at, Jelly? I want to go to.
I don't know. I'm gonna do something.
Jay did say that he needs a car here soon, so you best get that job there, Jelly.
Yeah, I will buy from that lot. Stop before I get.
I gotta say, I'm digging your hoodie, by the way, Jay.
Yeah, Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, thank you.
It's a shit.
Super Nintendo.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yep. It's probably my favorite system of all time, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Vulkser. We know you've been playing that PS5, that Xbox, but other than that, what you reading, playing, or watching?
Yeah, other than Miles Morales and Call of Duty, I really haven't read too much this week. I kind of stalled out a little bit as I was binging all through the early volumes of Batman. Watching, just been random array of different comedy movies through all the different streaming platforms. Mandalorian. I did finish season 3 of Food Wars, which I love that fucking anime. And that's really it. Nothing else I can really think of.
All right, cool.
Full hanger this week.
That's strange though. The food animes, you like those?
Well, it's cool because it's like they're like competition chefs, but it's like a school and it's very anime. It's not like
Oh,
Sure.
you don't know nothing about Food Wars, D Square? Oh
Yeah.
No.
shit.
Yeah, they make food and then they get
Oh,
naked.
shit.
yeah, that's how they judge. The more clothes that go off, that's how they judge their food.
All right, that sounds.
I watched a couple episodes of
enthralling.
that, and then I got really hungry. So, like,
Oh yeah,
I stopped
that's the
watching
bad
it.
part.
So that looks really good. So I get why those chicks like don't have clothes now, because like I can't watch this because I'm hungry.
You're right.
Oh,
There's
all
that part,
right.
too. Don't watch the show when you're hungry.
Yeah, I've got to curb my late night eating, so you're right. There's multiple reasons to stay away from that. Well,
I need
you
to
enjoy.
quit getting up and eat in the middle of the night. Like, it's 2 a.m. I woke up. I gotta go pee. You know what sounds good? A sandwich right now. I need to
Wow.
quit doing that.
Yeah, that's not. That'll tear
Snack
you up.
after a little nap. Oh, that's the worst, man. That craving, you're just like, like you wake up on the couch after a few hours, like, I gotta let the dog out. I want a piece of chocolate or something. What the fuck?
Chocolate hates me.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
But you love chocolate.
I'm allergic to chocolate and I eat it anyways.
Oh,
Because it's
Exactly my
delicious.
point.
yeah, that's not good. Not good.
Hubs is like, he'll call me out. He's like, I know you ate chocolate. You got like, like a rash going on there, and like,
I didn't do
no,
it. You
I don't know
can't
what
prove it.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, you're broken out all on your back, and your face is, like broken out. Your chest is broken out. What'd you eat? I don't know what you're talking about. It's just, my face got oily, and the oil got everywhere.
Busted.
Chocolate.
Oh, I get it. Of course, K Pride 72 throwing me under the bus. Yeah, bowl of cereal. That's my.
Cereal.
That's
Yeah,
my.
cereal's the
I don't
best.
think I've eaten a bowl of cereal in a while.
Oh no, I love it.
Yeah, I'm making a cereal soon.
Love it.
Big old
I
bowl of
need
Reese
some
Puff cereal.
cinnamon life cereal. That sounds good. Reese Puffs. That's what my daughter eats. She eats anything like super chocolatey and cookies. I'm not allowed to touch that. I gotta sneak it.
You gotta sneak it. Yeah, exactly.
Small child, go clean your room. Leave your bowl here.
I don't know.
Alright.
I'm just not in a cereal mood.
Well, I'm a serial killer. I mean, multiple. I like to mix them.
Yep.
Love it.
You dad joke the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that's me. My dad jokes. But of course, when I'm not doing dad jokes, as far as what I'm reading, playing, or watching, you know, the X of Swords stuff. Haven't really read anything beyond that. Of course, other than what I've been reviewing on Superhero Speak, so check that out. Playing, I did some Mega Man X speedrun practice, a little bit on stream, mostly not. Actually been on a Star Fox kick too. I've been playing Star Fox. Actually beat that on stream yesterday, and I think I want to do the SNES. But then for my SNES Mini though, there's Star Fox 2, which I never played. They never released in America, so I'm actually gonna play that here pretty soon. As far as what I'm watching, of course, The Mandalorian. You know, I'm watching that. And other than that, I'm binging a lot of Dragon Ball Super. Past the Goku Black arc. Now we're getting into.
What'd you think?
Oh, that was cool. That was really cool. And I know it probably didn't mean much to a lot of people, but that father-son Gallic gun, that was fucking awesome. That was really cool. And then, of course, spoiler alerts, by the way. And then what was really, really, I was like, wow, that's, you know, what power. But when, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito did the final Kamehameha, I was like, yeah, that is the shit right there. But that was cool. But now we're getting into the Tournament of Power, and I'm just still, I can't believe that fucking Goku, because he couldn't sit his fucking ass down and just chill the fuck out. He had to go and bug that all supreme Zeno, which of course there's 2 of them now. And hey, about that tournament. Oh yeah, that tournament. Yeah, we'll do that. And then yeah, literally universes are going to die now because a fucking Goku wanted that tournament, and so they're gonna have the goddamn tournament. And then whoever doesn't win the tournament, whichever universe, unless there's like 4 of them that they're like, they're too powerful, they're going to stay around no matter what. But all these other ones, if they don't win, they dead. Universe gone. So fucking Goku. Like, finally he has a blunder bigger than Vegeta's when Vegeta let Cell eat Android or absorb Android 18. So, I mean, that's cool, but still, like, holy shit, Goku. Like,
Yeah.
hundreds of trillions of people are going to die because you just can't chill the fuck out. and then a big surprise. This is crazy. So Bulma's pregnant. Obviously, it's Bra. But Vegeta's gonna stick around and not go train. He's gonna stick around. I just didn't expect that. Of course, Goku's like, oh fuck that. I never had to. I'm gonna go train. Who cares if my wife's pregnant and raising 2 children by herself? I'm gonna go train, and I'm gonna come home and randomly expect her to cook 3,000 pounds of food that I can rudely eat. But yeah, but Vegeta's like doing the right thing. Like, no, dude, I'm not. My wife gonna have a baby, so I'm gonna stay home.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Okay, so you're probably right around then. So they actually haven't started the tournament yet. Right?
No, they're doing they're doing the preliminary where he just wants to see him fight real quick. So yeah.
Because there's a really cool, without going into too much detail, there's a really cool episode with Gohan.
I hope so, because yeah, he's picked on their team now, because so far this series has done him dirty. Like, can't believe how much of a bitch he is. Like,
Fans did him dirty. The expectations of what they wanted in the show, and then Akira Toriyama placating to that, which is why I'm not a fan of shows doing what the fans want and shows doing what they want. Gohan should have been a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
yeah, like when he became Mystic, that he was a fucking beast, and then all of a sudden it was like,
Yeah. Yep. He got with Videl and became a scholar. But yes, I've been told, because when I commented to my buddy Terrell, I was talking to him, because he's really the one, you know, me and him, you know, we go way back, of course, and we used to go up to Suncoast and get our Dragon Ball Z tapes and watch them together. And so he's the one that was really like, no, you really just need to fucking watch that show. So, and I'm glad I did, because it's awesome.
glad it took 5 people to get to watch it.
I know, that's how stubborn I am. Well, I really would not have guessed, and this is even after I saw the Broily movie and thought exactly this. I could not guess they could really continue it and scale it to a point to where, like, you're worried at all. Like, but they have. They've even retread shit. They've retread Frieza, retread Trunks coming back from the future. Like, they redid all that shit, and it's done in a awesome way that's really interesting.
Yeah.
I just didn't think they'd be able to do that, but yeah, there's egg on my face with that for sure. So yeah, glad I did. All right, so that's what I'm reading, playing, and watching. So we are all set for the night. But before we go real quick, let's just make sure all the Omega level nerds tell you where you can find themselves. So J100, sir, let's start off with you.
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at J100. That's JONEHUNDRED. I don't really have a schedule anymore. But once some things get popping, I'm gonna start doing some Instagram-y pictures of how fly I be looking at work, and it's just normal Target clothes, but I put them on, I make them look good. So I figure I do some Instagram stuff. What I'm saying, for y'all, a little bit. I stream when I stream. I try to stream usually when I get off of work.
Yeah.
So 8:30, 9:30 ish. For a couple of hours, especially because I got to pick up my roommate. But even when I don't have to pick up my roommate, at the latest, I'll stream till like midnight or something like that. Yeah, that's me. That's where we're at. And then on Sundays, 9:30, right here, bright and early, be hanging with these Omega level nerds in here. Getting it down and nerdy.
Yeah, for sure. Vulkser, what about you, brother?
Yeah, so you guys can find me over Twitter at Vulkser, or Instagram, I am Vulkser. Always, you can check out my content over on the YouTube, where I just hit 6,000 views yesterday.
Nice.
Still fighting for that last 25 to hit 100, so I can be special and finally customize my URL. But hey, I'm trying. And then twitch.tv/Vulkser. I gotta still figure out what I'm gonna do with that stuff. I might just start streaming from some of the consoles now. And then every Sunday 9:30 here with the Mega Level Nerds.
Awesome. Jelly Rose, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at J3LI3ROS3, and then you can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and OnlyFans at Jelly Rose.
Okay.
I made one. I just haven't done anything with it yet.
Very well. Good luck there. And as far as your good old buddy D Square here, of course, on Twitter at DSquare72, on Twitch, twitch.tv/DSquare72, where I mainly retro it out on my NES Mini and other things. You can, of course, go onto my YouTube. No special URL there. Just type Uncanny X-Men, how to get into comics. You'll find me. Of course, superheroespeak.com. You'll get some comic reviews from me, at least a couple a week. So did some recent Dungeons and Dragons at the Spine of the World. That was pretty cool. Enjoyed reading through that and some other stuff there. So check that out. Of course, guys, still need a whole lot more followers over on the show's official Twitter, at Omega Level Nerds on Twitter. Please go over there and give us a follow. That way you can see what news articles are posted there, as well as other goofy stuff going on. So please go over there and follow us. And of course, every Sunday night here, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/Omega Level Nerds is where we do our thing and talk nerdy to you every Sunday night. So bring your friend, bring your multiple friends, tell them to come check us out, show us some love. Let's get this sucker up to affiliate and beyond. But I want to thank everyone that was with us here tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lights the Kitten. Awesome moderator as always. Great job. Thank you, Alfredo Rodriguez Perez, for the theme song. Appreciate your time and effort on that, sir. And as always, guys, peace and love. And we'll see you again soon.